our Deputy Assistant Starter, Chan Stevens, will rein them in since they aren't quite squared away. Caution remains on the racetrack. Andy, Kevin, check that. Chris Lashaway and Ron Smith, Darrell Pollard, here they come. Jason Davis pours on the coals and takes up some racetrack off turn 2. Kevin Clayton's looking for racing room, pushes that Pinto down inside. It's Chevy on the outside, Ford on the inside, and the Ford takes the lead. Taking him down the backstretch, Clayton. Now it's Lashaway in second. Davis, Pollard, and Smith run the inside line. Chris Davis trying to fight for position up on the outside, but it's not really a good place to be. Lyle Handy breaks loose down low and brings it back. Kevin Clayton trying to run away with this one, but now Smith and Pollard find some racing room around Lashaway, make a sandwich out of it. There's contact. Pollard fights it back. Lashaway nearly gets a wall, and we're halfway. And you can see some age. Oh, his rear tire is all busted. I don't think he realizes how badly bent that rear end is. Last week's winner's got a serious problem. Wrong color flag, Chan. And Pollard's looking for the pits. Meanwhile, Ron Smith has found his way to the front of the field. Smitty. Clayton. Lashaway, Davis, and Lyle Handy. 1 lap left in this 8-lap qualifying event. White flag for Jason Davis, and here's the checkers for your winner, Ron Smith. Kevin Clayton, Chris Lashaway, and Chris Davis. Lyle Handy will pick up the 5th spot, and 6th will fall to the 15 of Jason Davis. Is Beef Alexander, Ronnie Bailey in the 99 to 7. Chris Thornton in the 7. The yellow's back out as the Lawrence machine belches a little smoke from the bottom, pops and crackles and dies. We'll reset the lineup, like remove nuclear waste. So he thought he'd take up racing and safer. Here they come. DeWitt Davis, Dave Sutherland, Fred Felton, Alexander on their way off the corner. Sutherland lights up the right rear as they head into the corner. And Davis almost took it around as Felton goes up the outside. Here comes Zanacki down inside, can't quite hold it there, fights it back again. Alexander sticking to the bottom much better this week. DeWitt Davis would like to pick up a win tonight. Felton and Anaki now battle for 3rd. Anaki dives down to the low side. Hang on, Sutherland drives the 5 around. Waits for the caution. There it is. Car shut down. They lost a rear end. The pinion gear went on that car last week. They changed the rear end. They put a new one back in, and maybe it's gone again. I'll stop by and see him next to the snack bar. Here they come. Restart. Alexander. On the outside, Alexander trying to round him up and run away. Working up on the halfway mark, DeWitt Davis slides down, holds up the groove. DeWitt's going to try to make that Bobcat extra wide now as he gets a little pressure from behind. DeWitt Davis, Alan Anaki, Alexander, Felton. To go for Davis, Anaki, Felton, Alexander. Thornton, Sutherland makes the move and gets by Bailey. DeWitt Davis trying to hang on for that win. He's got one more lap to do it, and as Anaki gets way up the banking. Fred Felton now has a chance at Anaki for second. See what he can do with it. Checkered flags are out. It'll be Davis, Felton, Anaki, and Alexander, Thornton, Sutherland, and Bailey. So DeWitt Davis said he wanted to win a race for his dad, who is currently in the hospital. He wants to win the feature, though, not this one. So we'll see how he does with it.
Rounding out the field in the 58, that's Wayne Chapin from Three Rivers, Mass, the sponsor wanted Malibu. First of three strictly qualifying heats, here they come. Paul Barnard brings the field around. The green flag is out. Coming off of turn 4, Barnard and Downey edge out in front. Right down into turn 1, Downey heads to the outside to look for the lead with the 23. Pizzaio gets way up high and loses a couple of more spots with the 6, as Barnard will hold on to lead lap number 1. Johnston has already worked his way up into position number 3 and now sticks it to the low side of Downey. He grabs the second spot. Buca's right with him. In the 08, he's now 4th as Downey runs the high side trying to hold on to 3rd. Paul Barnard will lead him down into turn 1, but on the outside, once again, here comes Johnston. Looking good in that 2. Here comes Buca down low in the 08. He's got 3rd, Downey back to 4th, and further back in 5th is Pizzaio. Top 4 cars running well. Buca and Johnson get together a little bit there as they hunt Barnard down for that top spot. It's Barnard leading. Here comes Buca down low. Johnston up high. Both back out and lose a little bite, but this time off the turn, Buca gets a good move coming off the turn and heads to the low side. He'll take the lead this time on the back straightaway. Barnard falling back to 2nd, now back to 3rd, as Johnston looks low and he grabs position number 2. So Tom Buca now leads with the 08. Johnston 2nd, Barnard is 3rd. Downey is having a good run here today in 4th, and Pizzaio and Rogers are 5th and 6th. This time, 2 laps to go. Johnston looks to the low side of Buca. They'll battle for the top spot coming off of turn 2. Buca able to hold the edge. White flag is in the air. Johnston is not giving up. Crossing the line. Buca's got a pretty good advantage that time. Good battle going on for that 3rd spot with Downey trying to work over Barnard. He loses it. There's the checkered flag, and it comes out for the 08 of Tom Buca. This time by with Corey Cashman and Rob Morton bringing the field around. Kenny Isimo will look the field over. Green flag is out. Good start. Everybody side by side to the line. 4 and 6 to Monte Carlo. Front end out in front with the OT. Here comes Cashman back up the low side, but Morton edges out on the back straightaway. Griswold looking to move in with the 46. Paterni is low, drifts up, makes contact. Pachalski in the 37 also looking to move up. They're 3 wide at the back of the pack. And Griswold in the 46 has moved up to 3rd. Now we'll go to work on Corey Cashman. Pachalski dives in to contend for position number 4 with the 37. As Irving Reed is smoking heavily with the 77. He gets the black flag coming off turn 4 this time. And he'll bring that car to the pits. Up front it's Morton. Griswold has now bumped up into 2nd. with Cashman in third in the 86. And here comes Paterni and Pachalski side by side. They'll battle down into turn number 1. Pachalski down low, Paterni up high. Paterni looking to move around the 86 of Cashman. Now Paterni by a bumper had that third spot, but Cashman comes right back and retakes it. Pachalski and Meany wait in the wings. Paterni gets all out of shape in turn 1, and he loses several spots. A lot of ground, and that'll bump Pachalski up to 4th and Meany to 5th. Paterni way out of shape, and Fitzgerald goes by to grab the final qualifying spot with the 41, as Morton and Griswold are battling now for the lead. 2 laps to go this time by. Morton trying to hold off the 46 of Griswold. Meanwhile, Corey Cashman having a great run with the 86 as he's holding off Meany and Pachalski. Griswold running low on Morton, looking for the win. White flag in the air for this time they cross the line. 1 lap to go. Now they sandwich Cashman, and Meany gets by with a 15. He moves up to 3rd. Griswold will now look to the high side of Morton as he couldn't do it down low. Great battles all around, but time has now ended, and the checkered flag is out. It's Morton for the win. Great run there with the OT. Laps for the final strictly stock qualifying heat. Green flag is out. Down into turn number 1, Zellman grabs the lead with the 22. Livingood trying to hold on to second, but here comes Tom Cashman Jr. up the high side with the 17X. Zielinski has moved up to 4th. Here comes Drew down low. He's got 5th. Diamond, Terry, and Cashman set up for battle. Little contact between Cashman and Livingood. Cashman dirt tracks it, holds on to that second spot, and here comes Zielinski down low with car number 7. This time by 2 laps complete. Zellman out in front, looking good with car number 22. Then it is the 17X for Cashman, the 7 of Zielinski. Drew now looking to move up to 4th. Heavy smoke from the Carey car, the 3E. Coming off turn 4, he'll get the black flag and pull off the pace. Tough break for Carey. Now a battle for the lead. Zellman and Cashman going at it. A little bit of contact on the back straightaway. Cashman comes into turn 3, comes off turn 4, and takes the top spot. Contact over in turn 4 between Guyman in the T3 and Scott Cashman in the 19. They both continue. Tom Cashman Jr. now leading. Here comes Zielinski. Zellman gets a little bit out of shape. Zielinski runs low, and he will now grab position number 2. A little contact there. Here comes Drew with the 17. He'll look to the low side as well. This time, 2 laps remaining as Cashman will pull away with the 17X. Zielinski holding off Zellman now for that second spot. Here comes Drew. He'll now look to the high side with the 17. White flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for Cashman. Tom Cashman Jr., Scott Zielinski, Joe Zellman, and Steve Drew coming around for the checkered flag. It's Cashman for the win. Your qualified cars from the 3rd and final strictly stock heat. It's 17X of Tom Cashman Jr. Your win.
Check that. Let's get back to the 12, Kevin Blackmore, the 11, Ed Stone, and the 10 for Dave Knight. Here they come. Pooh trying to stick down low as he takes it down the backstretch. It'll be Pooh, Brio, Rollins, Patnode, and Goodenough. Kevin Pooh trying to hang in here. Here comes Eddie Brio up the inside. He's got a tire in there. He's got the low line through the corner to the line. Brio. Brio up in front of Pooh. Little contact. Rollins can't quite fill the hole. Brio stuffs the nose down in there. He's got third. It's Eddie Brio, Brent Rollins, Todd Patno, Rob Goodenough, and Kevin Pooh. Glenn Brio up the inside to try to get that fifth spot. He's got it. Rollins pressuring. Brio sticks the nose in there. Brio leads another one. Look now, trouble on the front straightaway. Two Knights and Blackmore. Caution out. Gary Knight driving right up in front of the field. What is he thinking of? Gary Knight, instead of backing to the infield, drives up the straightaway, and he's just going to be farther away. I don't think he realizes his front end is all ripped to shreds. Looking for the restart. Brio and Rollins for the lead. Rollins on the outside. Brio takes him up to backing. Rollins has the backing and uses it to get the lead. Brio comes back down the inside. He won't find the hole, and here comes Rollins. Takes the lead here on lap side. Rollins, Brio, Goodenough, Patno, then Brio and Pooh. Goodenough start to pull away. Battle for fourth. Glenn Brio on the outside. Todd Patno on the inside, and 2 laps to go. This time Glenn Brio comes in high and hard, gets a little back of the Goodenough bumper. Rollins sees the white flag. He's got 1 lap to the win. Eddie Brio Jr. running second, Rob Goodenough third, Glenn Brio fourth, and Todd Patno fifth. Here they come to the line. 6 will be Pooh, then Stone, Weaver, and Blackmore. Brett Rollins in the 12 picks up the win. The 24, Eddie Brio Jr. goes second. Massachusetts registration 516 VIG, a white Oldsmobile. Please move your car. You parked it in a fire lane. Here they come, looking for green. Grasso can't get off the mark. And we'll reset it. Grasso has problems getting it off the mark, and so complete restart, brand new, same old lineup. And Grasso just trying to get around Hersey to get his spot back. Here come Jim Boniface, Danny Grasso. Boniface waiting for Grasso to get started. Grasso just won't go. So here they come. Grasso trying to get it up to speed now, and here he comes. Meanwhile, Boniface has the lead. Hersey goes second. Bob Rudd and Grasso fight for third. Grasso trying to duck down low. There's no room for him. Boniface and Hersey. Then it's Alsop, Rudd, Grasso, and Fiandaca. Finds the hole inside, and he'll move up. Take Frank Olson right along with him. Monkey Carrick's going to stuff himself in that hole too and get underneath Grasso. There's some contact. Bill Reeve trying to find a hole, and he backed out of it. Whoa! Bachelor rearranging some of the sheet metal on his car. Meanwhile, Boniface just rolls on. Boniface, Hersey, and Alsop. Then it's Rudd, Fiandaca, and Coulson. Karen and Batchelor. Fiandaca gets underneath Rudd. He's got fourth. Rudd fifth, Coulson sixth. Karen 7th, Bachelor 8th. Finally, Bill Breen and Bruce Batchel to get around Danny Grasso. 7 laps down. It's Boniface, Percy, Olson, Miyadaka, Olson, Bachelor, Karen, Rugg, Breen, Bachelor, and Grasso now. Whoa, Hersey gets into trouble. Olson goes right on by. Look out, Junior Colson. All the way around on his own. Colson came off the corner hard, and here comes your leader for lap 9 with Olson, Percy, Miyadaka, Bachelor, then the caution. Junior Colson tried to come out of the track and drive it around. He pulled a U-ey, but it didn't work. Wasn't room enough before the field came by. Your leader in the 88 is Jim Boniface. Nichols, winner, his second win, will take down the 5th spot. Here's Jim Boniface. Also, Percy, Miyadaka, Bachelor, Karen, Rugg, Bree. Then Bachelor, Grasso, Colson will be the finish. Tough break for Junior Colson at the 37.
Anywhere. And the 34 of Roger Shepard on the outside with Barry Gray, Clinton Cram, Phil Meany, Pete Van Daka, and Eddie Brio Jr. Here they come. Green flag is out. And at the line, it's Griswold with the 60. He'll lead him down into turn 1. Shepard running the outside, comes right back. Forceful move by Shepard puts him out front. Barry Gray also finds room down low, and he's got the 2nd spot, just like that with the 29. Griswold back to 3rd. Here comes Cram. Van Daka looking to move up. Takes 5th now with the 13. Meany dives in with a shot. Unfortunately, that did a lot more front-end damage to Meany's car. Graham, meanwhile, has moved up into position number 3. Barry Gray and Roger Shepard battle for the lead. Van Daka pulls up with a problem in car 13. Tough break for Van Daka, as we've got a battle for the lead going on. Barry Gray up front. Challenges to the inside of Roger Shepard. Coming off the turn, it's still Shepard. Gray makes the move down low once again, going into turn 3. They're side by side. Coming off the turn this time. At the line, Shepard still has the advantage. But Gray coming right back. Shepard off of turn 2 with a blast of speed, and he holds on to that top spot by inches over Gray. They come off the turn this time, and it's Gray at the line, that time with a 29. A bumper ahead. Off of turn 2, Shepard blasts right back, and they're side by side heading into turn 3. Shepard coming back. Barry Gray will run low. Let's see what happens this time off of turn 2. Two laps to go this time. Gray with a little bit more of an advantage that time. On the backstretch, through turns 3 and 4, Shepard trying to come right back, but Gray down low takes the advantage and the win. Correction, we've got 1 lap left still, so this race has not ended. Sorry about that, folks. But now Barry's got the advantage. He's going for the win. Checkered flag is out, and it's Gray, Shepard, Cram, Griswold, Brio, and Meany. Barry Gray, who will be the special guest tomorrow on Glenn Brio. Dan Sevens bring the field around. Green flag is out. Brio right off the bat jumps out into the lead with the 29 mass. Meany tucks low with the 15 on Stebbins. Stebbins looking good as he runs the high side, and will hold on to that 2nd spot. Meany caught back in a battle for a third with Kurt Alexander. Alexander moves around with the 44X on the low side, and he'll take that third spot. Hersey is fifth, Maxfield is sixth, and it's Buffum and Fitzgerald. Brio out in front, almost a full straightaway lead already over the 5 of Stebbins. Good run for Brio. He's had a very fast race car here for the past several weeks, and tonight he looks to be in the right spot at the right time. Stebbins now getting a challenge for that second spot from Alexander. Alexander coming in with the 44X. Looks high, then dives low, then tucks in behind. John Meany is fourth, all alone with the 15, and Hersey is fifth. Maxfield sixth, Fitzgerald seventh, and Buffum in the eighth spot. That battle for second continues. Stebbins holding off Alexander, doing a heck of a job with the 5. They'll go down into turn number 1, and Alexander running the low side takes that second spot. And Brio is a long way ahead with the 29 mass, so as he pulls out of sight, Alexander's best right now will be the second spot with Stebbins third. Fourth is still Meany, and fifth is still Hersey. Hersey getting a challenge from Maxfield. 2 laps to go this time by for Brio. White flag is out. Battle for fifth is the hot spot of the racetrack now. Maxfield is low on Hersey, and he now moves up to take that fifth spot. Maxfield. There's the white flag for Buffum, and the checkered flag waves for Glenn Brio, the 29 mass. Glenn Brio has had one of the fastest race cars over the past several weeks, and he takes the win in this heat. In Pinkham 73, Markey, here they come. Roger Raymond gets him off to a good start in the 19. But the outside row's making a run on him, and here they come. Stoney takes him down into 2. Bateman finds a room underneath. Powers his way up there, and Bateman's got second. Marquis loses it almost. Whoa! Good quick reflexes on Marquis' part. The car slipping and sliding. Roger Raymond trying to hold Bateman off. Marquis just doesn't want the back end to stay down tonight. Halfway coming up, and Bateman's trying to find a hole. He can't get it. Raymond working him over. Here comes Bateman to the high side. Marquis in trouble in the 73. Here's Bateman. Can he get it this time? Raymond holds him off. And now Bateman gets to the high side of the 19, and he's got the lead. Jerry Marquis with some serious problems in the handling department tonight. Just not running well at all. Meanwhile, we've got 2 to go. 2 to go for Bateman, Raymond, Stone, Ball, Pinkham, and Marquis. One lap left. 1 to go. Here they come for the checkers. And Jack Bateman will hold on. Raymond goes second. Stone third. Pinkham fourth. Ball fifth. And Marquis in an ill-handling race car picks up sixth. So Jerry Marquis having a wicked awful night. That car is usually pretty flawless. Incidentally,
Taking a night off of the Winston Tour, the modified tour to race here. Probably will be a little bit more often. Rudolph and Small, Kennedy and Avery, Jarvis and Radwick and Schofield. Here they come. Rudolph gets him off the corner. Here comes Kennedy. And up the inside, Jarvis. Look out, boy, Avery got in the corner hard. A little greasy out there tonight. Then Avery skating around a lot. Kennedy with the lead, Rudolph in high and hard, and Jarvis gets the inside line. Radwick goes to the 4th spot. Then it's Small, Schofield, and Avery. Halfway, coming up now, halfway. Rudolph leads the 4th, Kennedy leads, Jarvis 2nd, Radwick 3rd, and Rudolph, Small, and Avery couldn't quite get his nose in there. DJ Small just a little bit loose. Schofield will try him this time. Jarvis, Radwick, Rudolph, Small, Avery, and Schofield. Mr. Avery wants to get underneath, and there he goes. Sends Small all the way around and takes the spot. Caution is on the racetrack. Caution is on the racetrack. Mr. Avery took umbrage to the fact that Mr. Small was in the way, and they had bumped a few laps earlier, I think, and helped him around that corner. Kennedy, your leader, Jarvis 2nd. Marty Radwick goes 3rd. Rudolph is 4th. Then it is Avery and Schofield, and that's a yellow checker. And then it'll be Small. Well, that was a reasonably exciting finish to that one. Chapin from Three Rivers, Mass, and a Malibu. Then the 3, Frank Carey Sr. from Leverett, Mass. And the 77 is Irving Reed out of Westminster, Vermont. Now, Guyman runs 2nd behind Marion. Look out! Frank Carey up into the dirt bank and hit hard. But he'll stay on the gas. And a cloud of dust, the caution comes out, and here comes Irving Reed, trying to keep from running into him. Carey's smoking badly, and I suspect that might have been some oil that spilled on his own tires and caused him to spin. To spend on 4th of July weekend. So the more of you that put your buck in, the more the money there'll be. And I'm sure Bonnie Jarvis will be more than glad to take your cash, so hold up your bucks when you see her come through. Here they come, restart, and we're off. Marion, Paterni, and Guyman. Chapin is 4th, Reed is 5th. Whoa, Guyman way up the banking in deep doo-doo. Brings it back as Chapin gets by and picks up 3rd. Paterni has taken over the lead in the 13. He had an excellent finish. Oh, this goop all over the racetrack over there. Somebody is leaking water. That is not the driver's fault. That's where Frank Carey went off the track, and there's junk on the racetrack because Guyman went up there once, and now Marion's gone up there, and Carey went up there, so there's something over there from somebody's race car. comes back up through. Let's see if he survives turn 3 this time. Yes, he does. Looks like he's got a win for a shoe-in here. Look out, Irving Reed up against the wall on the backstretch, bounces off, says what the heck, and keeps on going. And Al Guyman loses it again and smokes him coming off the corner. It's really immaterial at this point. Let's see if Irving can hang in there. I think he's got a flat right front tire and may not realize it, because he's heading right back up there. Checkers for Paterni, who wins by survival. About the only car that didn't spin, crash, or somehow otherwise blow himself up. Actually, Wayne Chapin did okay in that category, so that's the end of that consolation round. I don't think anybody realizes it yet, but it is. We're ready for a green this time. 4 cars make the move. The green is out. Gary Knight leads them off of turn 4. And down into turn 1. Grasso settles for second. Colson is third. Marquis on the high side, fourth. Drug way off the pace with a 16. Tough night for him. Knight gets to pull away. Grasso trying to hold on to second. Here comes Colson down low to 37. They're side by side on the backstretch. Down into turn 3, Colson with a blast moves up to that runner-up position. Grasso comes right back on the outside with a 75. Marquis down low looking for room with the 28X in the 4th and final qualifying spot. Marquis moving up past Grasso now on the low side. Grasso back to 4th. Drug is about a half lap behind. Tough break as Knight pulls away with the 8th. Colson and Marquis will go at it for the second spot. Colson gets out of shape and Marquis goes by with a 28X. Here comes Grasso right back down low in the 75. Grasso to the low side of Colson, but Colson gets back out and holds third. Goes in a little bit out of shape once again, but this time has no problem holding his spot as Grasso will stay in the 4th and final qualifying position. Knight way out with the 8. Marquis now in second in the 28X, trailing Knight by about 5 or 6 car lengths with the white flag in hand. Colson is third, Grasso is 4th, and Drug way off the pace. This is certainly a night he'd like to forget. Hopefully he will. Now the checkered flag is in the air, and it's Knight for the win, Marquis for second, Colson for third, and Grasso for 4th. So those are your final 4 qualifiers for the Pro Stock feature event. Gary Knight taking the win with the 8 laps. Strictly stock action. Paul Barnard started off the season with a 2nd place finish. Best run ever. Since then has had it up and down, some hard luck, some good luck, and he's on the pole for the 20-lap double point strictly stock feature. The green flag is in the air, and Barnard leads him coming off of turn 4. Corey Cashman and Kevin Livingood rubbing for that 2nd spot. They come together, and down into turn 1 we've got big trouble. Cashman, Livingood, Zielinski, Scott Cashman, Walt Pachalski, Trevor Downey, everybody up into the dirt. In turns 1 and 2, the yellow flag is out with everybody scattering in turns 1 and 2 as Livingood and Corey Cashman in the 86 got together going into that turn. Steve Drew has a flat left front tire on the 17. He's our point leader. Tough break to start this event. The 15 of Meany has a flat right rear, so those two will head down pit road along with Zielinski in the 7.
Kevin Limingood, the 87, Barnard and Bezzaio into row number 1, Morton and Zellman in row number 2, and then it's Downey and Griswold. Green flag is out. On the front straightaway down into turn 1, Barnard and Bezzaio lead this big field as we've got more trouble once again at the back of the pack. Pachalski gets together with, appears to be Zielinski heading down pit road. Drew is involved, Livingood and Meany. Yellow flag is back out. Heading down into turn 1 on the outside, Bezzaio, they are side by side coming off of turn 2, and Zellman sticks the nose of the 22 in there to contend, looking for racing room. Barnard has the advantage by a nose with the 24. Bezzaio on the outside, Morton down low in the OT. Here he comes with the Monte Carlo, sticks it down low and grabs the second spot. Zellman running in the middle with the 22, and we've got big trouble on the back straightaway. Wayne Chapin in the 58 has hit the wall very hard. Al Guyman also making contact. Yellow is back out. Speedway Safety Services immediately pulling away from their spot. They'll head over to the 58 car of Chapin, who is moving around inside the automobile after a very hard hit. Tough break for Chapin. Now, we're looking for the green to come back out. Barnard and Bezzaio. Green flag is out, and they're once again dead even coming off turn 4 at the line. Barnard has the slightest advantage. We'll see if Zellman will squeeze back in. He does with the 22. Gets to the inside of Bezzaio, outside of Morton, and it's a Zellman sandwich heading into turn 3. Zellman gets up a little bit. Bezzaio loses the spot. Tough break as he falls on the outside all the way back to about 6 or 7. Corey Castman gets a little bit crossed up coming off of turn 4, holds on, and he'll pull off to the rear. It's Barnard leading the way with the 24. Morton is second. Zellman on the outside with the 22. Loses a spot to Castman. Castman drifts up into Zellman a little bit there, coming into turn 1. Griswold is now side by side with your 4th place car. The 46 down low on Zellman, and he now grabs the 4th spot. Bezzaio way up high, almost makes contact with the wall. Then the 41 of Fitzgerald comes in, but the 6 holds on. Up front, it's Barnard doing a fine job leading the event with car number 24. The OT of Morton is your 2nd place car still. Tom Castman Jr. right up there to contend with the 17X, and we've got big trouble heading down into turn 1. Pachalski in the 37 gets hooked right up on the 87 of Kevin Limingood, and the yellow flag is out. Contact was made coming only 5 laps ago. At the back of the pack, they're definitely ready to go. Green flag is out, and to the line. This time it's Morton in the OT on the high side of the racetrack. He's got the lead coming off turn 2. Griswold in the 46 tucks to the high side. Barnard getting a little bit out of shape as Cashman pulls to the inside with the 17X. He goes by and grabs 2nd. Griswold goes by and gets 3rd, and Barnard falls to 4th with Zellman moving up down low with the 22. Trevor Downey having a good run with the 23. He's been coming on strong the past couple weeks, and Bill Johnston right up there with car number 2. Has moved into 5th coming off turn 2. So it's Morton in the lead, Castman in 2nd. That's Tom Castman Jr. 3rd is Jeff Griswold. 4th is now Joe Zellman, and 5th is Bill Johnston. Barnard back to 6th. Dan Fitzgerald down low trying to take that spot away. Can't quite make the move. Downey is on the outside. Muka's looking for racing room as well. Meany is right there, and Steve Drew still way back in the pack. Downey gets out of shape, then gets tagged by Meany, and he loses a couple spots to Muka and Drew. Materney in the 13, also running with that pack of cars, as is the 6 of Bezzaio. New leader coming off turn 4. It's Tom Castman Jr. in the 17X. Going into turn 1, contact between Fitzgerald and Muka. Around goes Fitzgerald, and everybody just barely makes it by. Fitzgerald able to get away with the 41, and will stand or green. It's Castman out in front, Griswold. In second, Morin is third. Fourth is Zellman, and fifth is Johnston. Fitzgerald pulls off into the infield with the 41. This time by, 13 laps complete, 7 to go for Castman. Griswold closing right up with the 46. Like to win this one for his new baby boy. He's looking good. Zellman is now third in the 22. He takes the spot away from Morton. Johnston now fifth in the 2. Will look to try to get around Morton. Duca is sixth in the 08. Seventh is the 17 of Drew. Eighth is now Barnard. Ninth is Meany, and 10th is Boturney with Downey Dirt tracking it in car number 23. Cashman now beginning to put some more distance between himself and Griswold. Griswold, who was once catching the 17X, your leader, is now, the case is Cashman getting away a little more. Zellman is third. Fourth is still Morton holding off Johnston in that fifth spot. Corey Cashman has slowed down considerably on the front stretch. He pulls off down pit road with the 86. Two laps to go this time for Tom Cashman Jr. Running second and Zellman running third. They have put a little distance between themselves and the rest of the field. Morton, Johnston, and Muka having a good battle for fourth with the white flag in the air. Also further back in the pack, Barnard and Boturney going at it for, I believe that's 8th or 9th spot there, just inside the top 10. This time, checkered flag is in the air, and it's Tom Cashman Jr. for his third win, 1993.
Double point night, and for the new dad in the 46 finishing second, Jeff Griswold, third to the 22 for Joe Zellman. Good run for him. And Tom Muka coming out of the back of the pack and nearly getting fifth, but not quite enough. And waiting in the wings, the Pro Stocks for tonight's 35-lap Pro Stock main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner in the Strictly Stock feature, Tom Cashman Jr. Tom, congratulations. Welcome back to Victory Lane. You've had a pretty up and down season, but tonight everything comes together. Perfect night to happen for double points.
Well, we've been struggling as of late. We seem to be running good, but we just can't get a break. And tonight we were lucky. We barely got into that first lap incident, and then we just stayed out of everything else and, just played our own race out.
Yeah, things were quite wild tonight. Sponsors you'd like to thank for this first win of the season?
I got to thank my car owner, Rodney Hazelton, Putney Fireworks. I got to thank Henniker Hardwood Pallet, my main man here, Dennis, and Kenny, and just the whole crew, everybody. It's been a whole team effort.
All right, congratulations, Tom Cashman Jr., your winner.
Hey, good job. Hey, thanks.
Here's your second place finisher, Jeff Griswold. Jeff, congratulations, first of all, on the new member of the family, and on your great second place finish in tonight's double point feature.
Yeah, excellent day. Couldn't ask for a better day. Got a beautiful sun. The car's going good. I couldn't ask for anything better. I'll tell you what. I'd like to thank my uncle Fred Felton, Greg Felton, all the guys from Joe Bean for giving me a hand on the car this past week and made a difference. Car's going good.
All right, congratulations, Jeff Griswold, your second place finisher. Great run there. And here's your third place finisher. Another impressive run for Joe Zellman. Joe, congratulations. You were making some daredevil moves out there. Great night to have a great run for double points.
Yeah, we've had a lot of problems the last few weeks. You guys worked hard to get the car back together. I'd just like to thank my brother Bill, Mike Fuller, my dad, and all our sponsors. Without these guys, I wouldn't be here today.
All right, congratulations, Joe Zellman, your third place finisher in the Strictly Stock feature.
Laps, here they come. Get set to rock and roll on double point night in the Pro Stocks, because they're going to do it to it. Here they are. Boniface on the gas and pulls away. Rio goes second, Pando third, Rollinson, Hersey, and Goodenough. Patton, Rollins, Goodenough, Hersey, Bachelor, Free, Alsop, and Bachelor with Rod. Here, Boniface with a huge lead. Boniface, Eddie Brio, Todd Patton, Brent Rollins, Rob Goodenough. Hersey, Bachelor, Breeze, Bachelor, and Alsop round out the top 10. Then it's Glenn Brio, Pete Bianacca, Bucky Karen, and Jerry Marquis. And 15th is rocking the 70s. Rob Goodenough works the outside, trying to move up around Rollins. Bianacca in the back bumper of Alsop. Eddie Brio running second. Pando third. Rollins fourth. Fifth is Goodenough on the outside. Hersey, Bachelor, Breeze, Bachelor, Glenn Brio. Then Alsop, Bianacca. Here comes Marquis down inside. And 10 laps. Then it's Brio, Patton, Goodenough up to fourth, Rollins fifth, Hersey sixth, seventh is Bachelor, Free is eighth, Bachelor ninth, Brio 10th. Then it's Alsop, Marquis, Bianacca, Karen, and 15th is Stone. Bachelor starting to work the outside. So is Goodenough. Goodenough moves into third now. Works on the outside of Todd Patton. Outside seems to be where to go. Here's Boniface. Leads him for 13. Look out. Hersey. Tire goes down. He spins out. Bachelor spins. Caution on lap 14. Russ Hersey has a tire go down on the left rear. Karen is back. Hersey is back. Dodge Caravan, mass registration, 494 RFJ. Your lights are on. Here we go. Restart, lap 14. Bringing them down. Boniface on the gas. Rob Goodenough will slide into second. Trying to hold that third spot now. Pat Note up the outside. Glenn Brio down the inside. It'll be Boniface. got a long way to go, but Blackmore's leading him there. Boniface, good enough. Brio, Rollins and Brio, top 5. Then it's Bachelor, Marquis, Patno, Alsop, and Bianca, top 10. We're halfway now, halfway. Brio on the back of Rollins. He'll work up on the outside of him as they close in on Eddie Brio. Rollins trying to set him up. Eddie Brio holds the high line. Brent Rollins a low line. Glenn Brio works the outside. Here comes Bachelor and Marquis. Battle for positions, letting everybody catch up. Marquis picks up a spot as it goes into 3. Rollins moves back into 3rd. Glenn Brio down the inside. Eddie Brio is up along the outside. They get into the back of Rollins again. Eddie Brio out of the groove and everybody moves up. Boniface, good enough. Oh, and it's Rollins, Brio, Bachelor, and Marquis. They got a long way to go if they're going to catch up to Mr. Boniface. Rollins is holding up the field. Somebody's got to find a quick way around Rollins, or they're not going to catch your leader. Here they come. On the backstretch, it's Boniface and good enough. Off turn 2, it's 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Trying to work the way around Rollins, and he just isn't giving up any room. Right now, Goodenough is on the Boniface bumper. 25 down, 26 down, 9 to go. Goodenough and Boniface in a battle of their own. Marquis moves underneath Rio. Bachelor works up on the backside of Rollins. Rollins is going to get some pressure from a little bit more experienced driver now. Marquis and Bachelor trying to get around Rollins, a half a lap behind their leaders. Rob Goodenough trying to run down Jim Boniface with only 6.5 laps to go. Here come the leaders. 6 laps left, 6 to go. Brent Rollins trying to hold 2 fast winners, 3 fast winners behind him. Now, Bachelor's got the hole, but as you have the time. Bachelor opens the door, and he's under Rollins for 3rd. Rollins tucks right in behind him. The hole shuts the door on Marquis. Goodenough all over bounces. Goodenough trying to find a way to get around Boniface. Works to the high side, up to the outside. Boniface takes him out to the fence. They work up on the turn. Boniface holds the low line. 3 laps to go now. Goodenough runs up on Boniface again. 2 to go when they come by. This time Goodenough's up there. Gets to the outside. Boniface out to the wall, and he's got traffic ahead of him. Bachelor, Marquis, Rollins back to 5th. Rio is 6th. Here they come, white flag. Boniface, Goodenough, half a lap back, it's Bachelor. Marquis, Rollins, Rio, Patnos, Alsop and Bianca, checkered flag. Jim Boniface. Then it'll be Bachelor, Marquis, and Rollins. Jim Boniface off the pole, comes back for the big win in the double point.
All right, PA test. There we go. We got it working. Now let's get in here with Jim Boniface. Somebody forgot to turn it on. I wonder who I was. Jim, it's been an up and down year, and this year kind of down here.
Yeah, it sure has. We've had our bad luck this year. I didn't know if I was going to finish this one today. I think the power steering's going in, so I had to fight it there about halfway on through.
Well, you had a little other fighting to do. You had good enough all over your bumper the last 10 laps.
Yeah, I see him back there. I was hoping I could stay in front of him. He was running real good.
Good indeed, and he picked it up for second, but that's a big win for you and a good comeback after that bad crash you guys had here a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. That really made the car pretty good there. We worked our butts off here trying to get this thing back together, and it's starting to come around now, and hopefully this will change our year around, and we'll have a better second half of the season.
And a lot of guys working on the car with you. Who's been helping?
Oh, we got a lot of them here. We got the motor man, Tony, Billy. We got Roy. We got Kevin, Lenny, Ryan, and Richard. Right now we can't think of it. And Butch. Can't forget Butch, yeah.
A whole bunch of guys, a whole lot of work, and a big win for Jim Boniface for number 1 on the season. Now let's move along, because we know somebody else who worked pretty hard today. Boy, I'll tell you, if there was a way to get around him, you were looking for it. There must be a couple secret ones we don't know about yet.
I was looking for a hole I thought I might find, and I didn't find it. He had the outside groove of the lap traffic, kind of held us up. I think we had a little more car than he did, but we just ran out of time and out of space.
Well, it's double points in a second. If you're in a double point race, it's better than nothing. And so Rob Goodenough keeps himself up on top. And let's move over to Mike Batchelor here. Mike, you guys had to be pretty patient back there for a while.
Yeah, we did. The traffic was pretty thick there. I got into Russ Hershey, but, you know, getting underneath, just kept coming over. Back out that time.
Well, he didn't. Still a third, and Mr. Consistency remains that way. 2 wins and a couple other top 5 finishes should look good. Feature time coming up. We'll move along on double point night here on Goodyear night.
Glenn Griswold, fresh off a pretty good weekend last weekend. Finished 3rd here and had a top 10 finish at Riverside. Now competing regularly at both tracks, he finds himself on the pole once again with Dan Stebbins alongside in the 5, John Meany 3rd in the 15. Then it's Glenn Brio and Roger Shepard starting right up there in the top 5 as we get set for the green flag. Keep an eye on Kenny Isimone. There it is. They're off and running, and Brio has a problem right off the bat with the 29 dash. He goes up next to the wall. Yellow flag will now come out. That car just darted right to the high side of the racetrack in turn 4. He'll bring it down pit road. No start. Griswold and Stebbins, another go at it in row number 1. There's the green. And it's Griswold coming to the line for the initial lead in car number 60. Stebbins holds second. Here comes Shepard up the outside with a 34. Meany down low, Shepard up high, battle for 3rd. They head down into turn 1, and it looks like me by a bumper. We've got trouble on the front straightaway. Buffalo goes around into 12. And we've got Brio up top side, turn 4. Yellow flag comes back out for Brio once again. Everybody file out now. Brio already getting a tough start after coming back after bringing out the first caution when he just fielded around several times this season, and are both showing quite a bit of improvement over the last several weeks, especially Stebbins today in his qualifying heat, and Griswold last week because here he comes now. Glenn is just barely going to make it out in time. Looks like he won't go a lap down, but he's going to be a half a lap behind. Green flag is out. And it's Glenn Griswold blasting back out in front. Stebbins trying to hold that second spot over Meany, and he does once again. Meany will try to hook up back down low with the 15. He's got Shepard on the outside of him. The 34 of Shepard now moves up to third. Here comes Barry Gray in the 29. Quinn Cram diving in with the 11. They're 3 wide. In turn 4, Cram at the line has that spot, but Barry Gray blasts down into turn 1 on the outside. They're side by side for 4th. Meany and Alexander, and Buffum goes around once again on turn 4, spinning to the infield with the 12. Griswold, Stebbins, Shepard, Gray, and Cram, your top 5, this time by 5 laps complete. Gray and Cram coming together. Here comes Alexander up the outside with the 44X, looking to get around the 11 car. Fiandaco with a problem in the 13, and he is off the pace, heading down pit road. Back up front, great battle. The top 7 cars are all nose to tail and real close. It's Griswold out in front. Shepard has gotten around Stebbins, and now to the outside of Griswold, the 34 goes, and he is looking for the lead. At the line, it's Griswold. Percy takes the 24K down through the infield. Coming off turn 2 this time, Shepard has the lead, and Gray has moved up into third now on the outside with the 29. Gray now works to the outside of Griswold, battle for that second spot. And Gray on the backstretch powerfully moves up into the runner-up spot. And Griswold will drop back to third. 4th spot, 7th, 5th is Alexander, and 6th is Cram, battling side by side with Meany right there in 7th. Back in 8th is Phil Meany, 9th is Eddie Brio Jr., and Dennis Maxfield is 10th. Running 11th is Fitzgerald, and it's Glenn Brio trying to hope for a caution. Shepard and Gray start to pull away. Griswold is third. Stebbins getting a battle for 4th from Alexander, who moves into contend. They touch coming off of turn 2. Cram dives in. That's a battle for 4th, and Alexander takes the spot. Stebbins gets out of shape with the 5 and loses the spot for Clint Cram. He'll drop back to 6 now, and Meany will look to move in with the 15. Now, Alexander going to work on Griswold. Griswold going up to avoid the lap car of Buffum. They come together, and Cram dives low in the 11. On the inside of Alexander, he will battle back for that 4th spot, but Alexander will try to hold him off on the outside. Meanwhile, Shepard and Darren Gray have pulled way out in front with 10 laps to go. Once again, Alexander on the outside of Griswold. He makes the move and takes the 3rd spot off of turn 2. Graham will now go to work with the 11. Roger Shepard looking for his second victory of the 1993 season. Graham has just gone around Griswold. He'll move up to 4th now with the 11. Griswold down to the infield a little bit, and Stebbins gets crossed up, but they maintain 5th and 6th positions. Meanwhile, Shepard and Barry Gray are a full straightaway, if not more, away from Kirk Alexander and Clinton Graham. Roger Shepard looking real good this afternoon in the 34, and this evening leading the feature event with now less than 6 laps to go. Barry Gray still right there to contend. Battle for 3rd, Clinton Cram low on Alexander. as they go at it for third. Barry Gray has closed right in on the back bumper of Roger Shepard. Eddie Brio now breaking out of the pack in the 29 Junior. He gets tagged by Beatty and goes around in turn 2. That'll bring out the yellow flag. Off guard a little bit there, but he will hold on. Gray will now shoot to the inside. Can he do it? The move is unable to be made. Clinton Cram, meanwhile, takes third away from Alexander. Their battle might be settled soon. And now a problem for the 15 of Beatty. You can see a lot of sparks, some heavy suspension damage done to that race car. With 2 laps to go, Shepard trying desperately to hold on to that lead over Barry Gray. Just couldn't get the move done over in turns 3 and 4. White flag for Shepard. Less than 1 lap to go. In fact, now a half a lap. And Shepard is looking strong with a 34. Checkered flag is in the air. He takes it high, wide, and hands him off the turn. Roger Shepard's got his second win of the year. Eddie Brio Jr. too, and he must feel good about that after having some problems. Following this event, when I believe we're nearly there, we should, at the next feature, have our 50-50 drawing if Michael doesn't have the box with him now. And so the modifieds and mini stocks yet to come. Modifieds and mini stocks yet to come. Sunday, don't forget, it's Enduro Day, twin full-size Enduros, 4-cylinder Enduro, 100 laps all. Couple of ladies only, and then the Battle of the Monster Trucks, all here Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock. Here's your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Great run for Roger Shepard. Roger, congratulations on your second win. Very hard earned. This car was really hooked up today.
Boy, there's your hat. I want to thank Roy Coley and Shane Wilson, who put the car together and did a great job on it. And I dedicate this race to my father, who passed away today. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Roger, on his second victory of 1993. And over here, your second place finisher, Barry Gray. Barry, congratulations. Last weekend was real tough on you, I noticed, but you're back here in Victory Lane this week with a second place finish. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a tough week for us last week. We're here. Roger's a good guy. Glad to see that he won this. And I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Cliff's Auto Body, Meadows Motor Cars, Say No to Drugs, Precision Power, Tony's Radiator, and all you fans for coming out here. Thanks.
There's Barry Gray, your second place finisher. Great run for the 29, and Clinton Cram. Wild night out there, and you came through with a third place finish. Congratulations. Great run.
Thank you. I got to thank the crew. You know, they've done an excellent job setting this car up week after week, and, you know, they leave it up to me to do the best I can, and I got to thank Kirk Alexander, too. He gave me way more than enough room, and he's an excellent kid to race with. And all the other guys that I got into, you know, sorry about that, just racing, but thank you.
All right, Clinton Cram, your third place finisher tonight, car number 11.
The 94 and the 20. The 0 is Kennedy, 17 Bateman, 9 is Avery, 16 Pinkham, 28 Jarvis, 21 Radwick, 73 Marquis, 09 Schofield, 33 Small. And it's Raymond and Rudolph on the front row to bring them down to start tonight's 35-lap main event, the Winston Racing Series Modified Show, and here they come. It's Raymond, Rudolph, and Ball. Raymond, Rudolph, Ball. Then Kennedy, Stone, Bateman up the outside. Avery and Pinkham. into second. Kennedy breaks away. Starts to run down the top three. He is quick tonight. Bateman into push now. Avery 6, Bingham 7, Schofield 8. Raymond hangs on for 4 laps. Here comes Kennedy looking for third. Off turn 2. Looking inside, Rudolph. He's got the nose in there for third, not yet. Now Kennedy's got the opening he needs. Into third, turn 3. It's Kennedy for third, Rudolph fourth, Bateman fifth. Roger Raymond holding off Rusty Ball. Kennedy goes third, Bateman 4, not quite. Bateman underneath Rudolph for fourth if he can get by. Rudolph trying to hold that spot. Works it hard down into turn 1. There's Bateman for fourth. Here comes Avery for fifth. Then Pinkham, Radwick, Schofield. Marquis in trouble, straightens it out. Roger Raymond hanging in there for that lead. Rudolph caught on the outside groove and everybody's going underneath. Field all closing in on your leaders. Roger Raymond trying to hang in there. Hold that lead. Raymond, Ball, Kennedy, Bateman, Avery, Pinkham, Radwick, Jarvis, Rudolph, Schofield, and Marquis. Marquis is not making an awful lot of progress tonight. Now he starts to, but he's awful loose. Up into sixth spot as he slides in behind Avery. Now Jarvis under Pinkham can't make a move. Roger Raymond playing a square role and keeping this race close. Raymond, Ball, Kennedy, Bateman, Avery, and Radwick. Now coming up on the halfway mark. Halfway. Anybody goes outside is going to go backwards, except maybe Marty Radwick. Bateman holds him off. Now Radwick is up to fourth, Bateman fifth, then Avery, Pinkham, Jarvis, Marquis at distant ninth. Oh, look out! Holy moly! As quickly as the race was running perfectly, somebody got into the back of Rusty Ball and he came around. I think it was Radwick. They collected Jack Bateman, who had been running in the top 5. The leader is Roger Raymond. Now it looks like Jarvis will move right up. Well, Kennedy had been running in third spot. Jarvis may have slipped by, but we go back to the last green flag lap, minus the cars involved in the wreck. Field. Here comes the field, led by Roger Raymond and Ned Kennedy, Dwight Jarvis, Dan Avery. Here comes Bateman. All right, ready to go. Roger Raymond brings him down. Kennedy and Jarvis right there with him. Here comes Jarvis! And Marquis right up the inside. And there goes the 19 up in flames. for 21 laps before it comes apart. Roger Raymond pushed that baby just as far as he could. Gave it a super good ride, the best ride that car's had in quite a long time. See what they do on the restart. Here they come, lap 21, they're on the gas. And here's the green marquee on the outside. Kennedy to the infield, and he is out of danger. He's going to have to play catch-up. Here they come. Look for marquee on the inside. And Ed Kennedy takes it over to the wall and stops it so he can get a caution. Kennedy's gone. He'll be coming up the road in a second. Here he comes. And he's going to join him as they start to come up through the gears. Here they come. Marquis on the outside, Jarvis on the inside, Avery third. Wheel to wheel, they take it high and hard into 4, and Jarvis has the lead. Bateman up to 5th, Rudolph to 6th. Ball is back and running at 7th, and it's Jarvis with the lead. Avery into 2nd. Marquis drops to 3rd. Inside Avery, no room. Look out. Bateman and Schofield come together. Rudolph underneath. Marquis really putting the pressure on Avery. Avery having trouble getting off turn 4. He's off the loop. Marquis trying to find racing room underneath to move up. 6 laps to go. Marquis almost look out. Schofield in trouble. He'll refire it. Here come the leaders. He'll back it up. 5 to go, and he's stuck there. Here comes Bateman and Rudolph. Schofield trying to get on the racetrack, and now the caution is out. On lap 31. Time we have spread Speedy dry, and at the same time Mr. Schofield and Mr. Stevens have had a little discussion to which a few of you may have been privy and the rest of us weren't. A dash for the double points now. This comes right down to 4 of them, but they can hold it together. Jarvis, Avery, Marquis, Bateman, and Rudolph, and here they come. Try to bumper on the restart, didn't work. Kennedy spins it out. Waiting for the caution. He's waiting and he gets it. So
Mr. Kennedy spins it out, this time all by himself since he was at the back. Brings out another caution. Start. Avery inches up onto Jarvis's bumper, a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Here they come. Kennedy trying to get underneath TJ Small to get around him. Doesn't this time, up by Stoney. Up front, it's going to be Jarvis, Avery, Marquis, Bateman, and Rudolph. And Bateman may be able to take Marquis as they come off the corner. Bateman into third. Marquis appears to be fading. 2 laps to go for Jarvis and Avery. Bateman, Marquis, Rudolph, and Kennedy. Up on the outside. Right flag, 1 lap. Battle is for 4th place. And Rudolph gets by. Rudolph into 4th. Kennedy into 5th. Here's the checkers for Jarvis, Avery, Bateman, Rudolph, and Kennedy with Marquis. PA test. Dwight Jarvis brings it around for the 2nd time in June. And I see a crew of guys from the Beverage King stables heading out this way, so Dwight better get out quick or he's going to get mobbed before we ever get to talk to him. Good run coming out of the back of the pack. Fighting off Jerry Marquis and then fighting off Dan Avery. Who was that strange lady that came up and gave him a big kiss? Here's Dwight Jarvis, your winner tonight. Who was that strange lady down there?
That was my little girl.
Not so strange to Dad. Good run. You had to be patient about it, though.
Yeah, after that last restart, the track was real slick on the front stretch here, and every time we went through it, the car wanted to go into a drift, so we just played it patient and held the inside.
Mr. Avery gave you quite some pressure after Jerry backed off a bit.
Oh yeah, down here you always get good pressure, and that's why we like it.
Good run, Dwight Jarvis, 2 in a row, and a double point night at that here on Goodyear night. Now, let's see, where's our number 2 guys and our number 3 guys? Dan Avery, what's this stuff all over the hood of the car here? Do you have a little window squeezy here or what?
Well, some of that oil there, and I think it's a little slick for us, but it's almost a repeat of last week. We had a run at Dwight there, but it's pretty tough. And once he makes a mistake, he's tough to get by. And, we had a chance there on the restarts, just like last week. The car was loose for us, but it's good on the restarts, and Dwight didn't make any mistakes. What can I say?
Next week, baby. It'll be a week for Dan Avery. 2nd finisher Dan Avery tonight in the Porter and Chester Institute Chevrolet. And Jack Bateman, you've had a pretty good month so far this year. It looked like for a minute there that you might not be back in 3rd place or higher.
Well, we were really lucky. We caught the brakes on the restarts and so on, and the track was really slippery and it was causing everybody problems, and the car just seemed to hook up okay.
Hooked up okay. You got tangled up there once. Nothing too serious?
No, I just broke a tie rod end, and the boys did an excellent job getting it done and getting us back out.
I'd say they did a super job, because that's something that'd spend 4.5 hours and a couple $100 in your family garage, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. We had some problems at Claremont a couple weeks ago, and we didn't have the spare parts to do it right. So we got after the crew, and they got everything all lined up, and it came out real well.
Came out well for a third finish on double point night. Good run for Jack Bateman. Mini stock, main event, double points for them too here on Goodyear night.
Looking for green, and there it is. Jason Davis, Chris Davis take him out of there. Quickly, here comes DeWitt. Off the inside, Fred Felton. Sutherland caught in a sandwich, hangs in there. Look out, Chris Davis and Jason Davis come together. Around goes Davis. Davis leads. DeWitt Davis charges ahead. Chris Davis is not restarted, and we've got a caution on lap 3. Two out of 20. Restarting lap 3. Here they come. Green is out, on their way. Lashaway almost into Clayton, backs out of it. Felton up the outside. And it looks like trouble in the 45. Here they come for the lead, Alexander. And trouble on the 45 as he begins to smoke, dragging sparks and everything. Alexander, Davis, Felton, Smith, Kevin Clayton, Anaki, and Pollard as they swarm to the front. Beef Alexander going for it hard. Davis wants that second spot. DeWitt Davis now. Smith for second. Trouble in turn 4. 17 and 99. They both get underway. There won't be a caution. Let's go. Roll it. The leaders come flying by Bailey. Now the caution comes out. There's stuff on the track, I think. Out the top 10. Alexander's going to have to haul it if he wants to get the jump on Smith. Here they come. Smith's on the gas, so is Alexander. Here they are with the green. Alexander down inside. Smith up on the sweet part of turn 2 when he goes to the front. Down to complete lap 8. Smith, Alexander, DeWitt Davis, Anaki, and Felton. On top. Trouble on the backstretch as 2 cars come together. Will they miss it? Oh! Fred Felton does not miss it. Felton hard into the back of Randy Minns, who got tangled up with Charlie Lawrence. For Fred Felton, who was running up front. Bailey catching up. Smith picks up the pace. Alexander's not staying with him. Here they come, and here's the green. Pollard and Anaki come to the front. The 99 spins on the straightaway, can't fire it, and here's another caution as he gets out of the way. Here from Brewster, Mass, 3.5 hours. Here comes Smith. Here comes Alexander, Davis, Anaki, and Pollard pouring off the corner. Man that stands to gain the most is Pollard if he can get a break. Smitty right now is on the ride for number 5. Stalled on the track. Caution again. Ready for the green. Here they come. Smith and Alexander. Backstretch. It's Smith, Alexander. Here comes DeWitt Davis. Bumper tag behind him. We've got trouble this time, Handy and Norton. And Handy's right in the wrong place. Finally rolls it out of the way. It's so bad. Allen and Aki already has a pair. Here they come. Smith gets under, Davis gets underneath Alexander. Ron Bailey on his way back out. Davis trying to catch it, but Alexander just goes up the outside. Into the corner. Alexander's in too hard. And DeWitt Davis got shuffled back to 5th, but he's come right back underneath Pollard. Wow, runs him up the banking, no contact, and he's back in 3rd. Drops down inside and shuts the door on Anaki. Great battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th with 4 laps to go. This time Anaki gets underneath Davis and gives him a little bit of a boot. Ron Smith all by himself. Norton and Handy coming back in, but a little late. Smith, Alexander, Anaki, Pollard, Davis, Sutherland, Clayton, and Davis. 2 to go. Kevin Clayton makes a little bit of a bobble and loses 2 spots as Lyle Handy limps into the pits, and here comes your leader with 1 to go. Davis and Pollard battling for a spot. White flag out. Anaki and Alexander for 2nd. And they are wailing and whopping on each other. Checkers out for your winner, Ron Smith. Alexander, Anaki, DeWitt Davis, Pollard, Sutherland, Davis, and Clayton. He's getting his picture taken here a lot. Give him a big smile. And a victory lap for your winner, Ron Smith. That's number 5 for him tonight. Don't forget, Sunday afternoon, it's Enduro time, twin full-size, a 4-cylinder, 2 ladies only, and the Battle of the Monster Trucks, War Wagon and Distant Thunder. And a week from tonight, it's the Budweiser Firecracker Winston 100 night. A 100-lapper for modifieds and a huge fireworks display. Hope you'll be here with us. And that's the start of the fireworks Friday. Well, here he is, Ron Smith. To the applause of 3. Ronnie had a good run once the car came to him, it looked like. Now, the question is, if you hadn't had 79 million restarts, how do you think it would have run?
Well, he was sticking pretty good. This turn over here was a little slick coming out, like somebody dropped some oil out. I had to be real careful coming out of that turn. It wanted to drift right to the wall. Other than that, it was fine except for the restarts. It's nerve-wracking, you know. Beef was there every time, you know. It's very close.
Good run and a 5th win, Ron. Looking good for you this year, and double points to boot.
Yeah, and you know, another thing is we can't keep a decent motor in the car. We just keep putting the old slugger, the old stock one, back in, and it keeps pulling. We had a decent one in there, a real good motor, and it just died last week. That's why we dropped out in the race.
Well, good run and a good win for Ron Smith. Well, Beef, I don't know what you got to do. You really pushed it hard tonight, and Ronnie just seemed to be hooked up.
Yeah, we're getting hooked up a little better every week here, and this week was definitely a lot better than last week. Hopefully next week will be even better.
Looked like the back end wanted to stay under you a lot more.
Yeah, it did tonight, but near the end, like Ron said, it started getting a little slick out there, but I'm happy where I am.
A good second for Beef, and well on his way to defending his championship. And Alan, for a guy who rarely gets here in time to get practice in, the old girl Kiss keeps on chugging.
Well, I got here for the heat today for a change, and I don't know, I went backwards.
When you went backwards, you didn't get your 3rd win of the year, but the car looked good at the end.
It was going pretty good. Track was a little slick. I really couldn't make it work up high too good, but most of the guys ran a nice clean race, and it was fun.
Good run. Alan and Aki for 3rd. They'll all be back at it next week for the Budweiser Firecracker. And for Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company and all their affiliates throughout the United States, thanks for being with us tonight here on Goodyear Double Point Night.